What I've found the most common pains of divorce are typically self-doubt, having to deal with an ex that has been problematic, and it begins to affect your mental acuity and your mental stability. Also, the fear of dealing with family members or children that you're worried how it's going to affect them. Also, I find that it affects not just the things at home, it affects everything in your life, your work, your fear about new relationships. All of these things are impacting you in a way that you might not even see right now, but it can impact you for years to come. And these are things that we have to engage and deal with, or they're going to have their way with us. And I would rather deal with my issues than allow them to deal with me. That's what we want to help people with in our program. I find the reason that these divorces are so difficult for us and hurt so much physically, emotionally, spiritually, and even relationally are because at one level we feel like we failed. And that failure tends to permeate not just our immediate situation with our ex, but it tends to go throughout our lives. It tends to go throughout our relationships and the circumstances we engage with work. And if we don't deal with them, again, like I said, they begin to deal with us. So who am I and why am I qualified to actually lead a course or help people through these situations in a divorce where they still have to deal with their ex? Well, I've been married twice. And I've actually understand from that perspective how difficult and hard these conversations can be. I've also learned the skill sets to actually go clean these relationships up and move forward. I'm a master certified trainer in crucial conversations, crucial accountability, crucial influence. I teach classes on giving and receiving feedback. I deal with people on mindset shifts. I've been doing this work for more than 25 years, but that's not why you might really want to engage with me. It may be because I actually made a list of all my incomplete relationships and actually went out and had every single conversation in my life to clean up all my relationships. My ex-wives, old family members, colleagues at work. It took me nearly 2.5 years. And as I coach, I come from a space of actually doing the work rather than telling people how to do it. That's another thing I do with my classes. I take on the same practices that my participants have. So if I ask people to do an exercise, I go out and do it as well, still to this day. I live what I teach. I know that I've seen not just myself with the breakthroughs, but I've seen many people in my life. And if you join the class, you'll get to hear a lot of those stories. So what is a master team for divorce? Well, I took part in a mastermind several years ago. And that's when a person brings a problem and everyone discusses it and they get insights out of it. But I found in some of those, people gave really bad advice and there's no real direction. I know specific skills, so I thought about maybe a master class, but a master class only has the instructor's knowledge. I decided to put together a group. We call it a master team. There's a direction we go. We actually teach the skill sets, the mechanics of how to have a conversation, how to put those things together and go out and practice that, come back, get real-time coaching afterwards, and go back out and practice it again. What I find, there's group genius in the conversation, but there's also the mechanics that most people don't have that I can teach you. Most people will say you need to have a conversation with this person, but they don't know the skill sets of how. That's specifically what we teach, and we practice different levels of mindset and how to deal with the problems that you see right now and the circumstances and turn them into opportunities for your own growth. Many of you aren't just going through this alone. You have friends or family members possibly going through the same thing. What we find is that we do this in a group setting, we can move much further and faster. But also, if you have a person you can bring along with you that may be interested, it actually gives you a different level of comfort. So we encourage you, bring others, introduce them to this work if you think it might be fun to engage with a program with them there as well. If you're interested in learning more about our program, click the button below or scan the QR code on the screen. What that will do is take you to a link where you can schedule a call with my coach and friend and colleague, Noah Boughton. He will find if you are a fit for the program, because unfortunately, not everyone is ready to be in the program, and other people may not be a fit for the program. We want to make sure the program serves everyone's needs who is a part of it. So Noah will go through that process with you in a 7 to 15-minute call. We appreciate your time and your attention to this short video, and we hope to talk to you because we want to help you make the difference or the change you're looking to make in your life. And I know it takes work, but the big question is it worth it? And I can tell you over and over, I have found it is worth giving your time and effort to improve your life. I wish you the best. Be bold, be courageous, and respectfully speak your truth.